What was it like being a young Italian immigrant, basically growing up as a young adult in the 80s? What stands out?
When I came here I remember was 40 years ago. September would be 40 years. It was September 5th that Dad and I came, and it was a new world. I never got out of the country, so everything was new. So to me, to see this new place, and it was really, really hard to know the language because you don't know any English. So it came.
What do you remember?
I remember was like to see different people. The first thing that really impressed me was like see these people. How can they understand? They talk so fast. That's the first thing it gets to you, and because you speak a different language. So that's one thing. So I couldn't figure it out. And then of course, Dad said, "Oh no, that's not. They don't speak fast. It just seems like they do, but they don't." So, and it was hard because you don't know the language. But another thing that really impressed me was every time I used to go if I had to go to the store, we had like a mini store next to our apartment. Used to go there. So I did not know the money. I did not know how to count how much was $1, how much was whatever was the amount. So I used to put the money in my hand and, with coins and of course the dollars and stuff. And the cashier used to take exactly the same amount that was, supposed to pay what it was. He would not take not even a penny more. And I was so impressed with that. And I've been here 40 years. And that's one thing that really I could see there's so much honesty in people. And it still is. It still is. I mean, you can, even from other countries, people come over here and they take exactly the amount that they are needed. They will not take a penny more. And I was like, I could not figure it out. I said, oh my God, that was so impressive. It's just like, it's awesome. And that still is. And another thing that the people helped me if I needed to go to the church. I did not know where the church was, and just say, they'll say, okay, just with my hand almost like saying like the prayer type of thing. So people used to tell me it's up the road, and it was awesome. And I could see the change over the years. That now people seems like they're more. They don't want to help people from other countries, but deep down, there's goodness in people still. But we can see more of a change over the years. But back then in the early 80s, and even 90s, I mean, I've been here 40 years. And now I've seen almost a change, totally the opposite of what happened back then, where the people were helping and doing anything to help you that you do not, you don't know anything about this country. So it was and still is to me. I was 20 when I came here. And this was a country that, Italy is the one that I was born into it, but this is the country they raised me. And I was so proud. And I love this country just like I love my mother country, like the same thing. I just love with the same love. I would not change anything. I would do it again a million times over. And I'm glad that my kids were born here. My husband and I just spent like 40 years, would have been 40 years this year. And Dad always very, always missed the country, the old country. But I told him I would do it all over again. I would love to just, because this is the country that just makes your dreams come true if you work hard. And the country that loves people, they love helping everyone, and they're very, very generous people, the American people. Doesn't matter who they are, if they're, any background people, when there's come to things to help you, they will help you. And just they show the truly meaning of a good human being. That's That's the thing. It's just and just I love it. I love it. I love this country. I just it's just hard because sometimes you see things changing over the years, and it's just it's hard to see how things people.
What do you think is the biggest change?
I think it's people's attitude. They have less. They're not.
You don't think people aren't as connected as they were?
They're not connected. They're more kind of people like they want to be just okay. They're not kind of
Open.
They're not open. They kind of think they're afraid of knowing other people. I think, but I'm not. I don't think they're afraid because people there do it. But it's just it feels. When you're insecure, you have a tendency of just keeping your distance from people. But if you know who you are and you're a good human being, you help anyone, anytime. It doesn't matter the color of the skin. It doesn't matter if they speak your language. I never experienced being discriminated against. Never. I've been here 40 years. Not even once. And not even when I came. And now over the years, even my kids when they were in school, I've never seen it. I was very welcomed from everyone. And, the towns I've been. And I never had that. So sometimes people think, I've been discriminated against it, but I never experienced that thing. So myself, I would say I'm lucky, but I think the people that I met over the years were good, genuine people, and really they have a good soul. They're good human beings, and that's sometimes I miss it from seeing that. Sometimes you see those people fighting and kind of destroying people's property because there's some discriminate against this and against that. And that's sad because that's not truly what this country is about. And we really deep down, the people have a good heart. They have they want to be helpful, and they want to. It's just and in time, I don't know, maybe because of the economy and things have changed, people feel like, okay, I don't want this. People coming in our country, they're taking our jobs, but nobody takes nobody's jobs. You come over here, you work hard, anybody can be successful. And my thing is like my kids, all you guys went to school, they all graduated from college, but I was very strict in the sense that I wanted them to be responsible and be successful. And that's the only thing that, Dad and I wanted from you guys. And just, and I think, thank God, we accomplished that. I'm very proud of you guys, and I know Dad is just as proud of you guys, just as much. And
what do you think is the biggest difference between Italy and here? Like, what would you say as the time that you grew up, basically from 0 to 18 in Italy? What would you take away from each country? Obviously, you weren't an adult in Italy as much, but
did still grow up there, so you knew it a little bit, maybe more organically, since that's where your beginning experience came from.
What I like about this country, you can be anything you want to be. If you're an adult, you don't have to be afraid to be like, if you want to be somebody different. I can see some of my students are like changing their hair color, this and that. They express themselves, and people are extremely accessible. They accept that, and it's just, and that's awesome. And that is awesome. And I think for me, growing up was kind of you have to go by the rules. You can be, if you got a little bit of different, when we were like, people, they're going to criticize you. Over here, we really don't care who criticizes us. As long as we do the right thing, really, I never cared what people thought about me. I just want to be myself and always doing the right thing all the time.
What do you wish that America had a little bit more of Italy?
Culture.
Besides culture, I think to be
better bread.
Just to help, to family to be closer. I mean, now that everything is changing, no matter where you are, but to have the family unity, like when you see in other countries.
Because it's very common, obviously, for like older adults to live with younger generations in Italy. You're talking more like that,
Right. But even over there now, the things are changing, and people, because everybody has their jobs. They have two people working in the same family. It's kind of hard. But over there, like if you have the grandparents close to you, they help you raising the grandchildren. They help raise the grandchildren. That's huge. Over here, kind of you have to be you have to be responsible for yourself, and you have to do it just to do it, and that always create this little kind of distance a little bit at a time. But I think that people that grew up in that type of environment, they still do it regardless of where they are.
What would you give advice to a little young Italian woman wanting to come to Italy today?
To go to Italy?
No,
Coming here, like if they emigrated here.
To just work hard and be happy, and just always think positive things, even though sometimes you struggle. It's really hard. Just nothing is easy. Trust me, it's not. But don't give up. Keep on doing it, and just and ask for help, and people will help you. And there's so many organizations. There's so many good people out there that are ready to help you. But just be open-minded, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to change. And don't be afraid to embrace new things. And just and the world is just at your hands. Just go for it, and just be successful, and just love life. Love life.